Get over it.
And we are live. Why did my Stinger? It just popped over. Oh, that's why. Because I moved this over to a new hard drive, so I don't have Stinger set up. It just flashes over. I was looking for that dramatic digital glitch out, and you know what I didn't get? I didn't get a dramatic digital glitch out. I'm gonna fix that right now while I am talking. Hey, wastrels and scoundrels, and welcome to our Friday night Deadlands Hell on Earth post-apocalyptic phenom. I mean, it's an extravaganza. It's an event for all time. Like, you will be telling your grandkids where you were when you first laid eyes upon these scoundrels as they wandered through the irradiated wasteland that is the wasted West. You will. You will. I'm telling you right now. You may not believe it. You might think I'm overselling it, ladies and gentlemen, but allow me to assure you that this is currently the most momentous 5-person Deadlands Hell on Earth live stream happening in this time slot on Twitch in 2020 on the whole planet. Right now, we're it. We're number one. We're Ichiban, number one. The number one Hell on Earth live stream, ladies and gentlemen, and you were here for it. So thank you for participating. I am your marshal this evening and every evening here at the League of Gentlemen Explorers, Will Thompson, and with me are my 4 friends and compatriots here to take you through the aforementioned Wasted West. And with that established, let's get to our character question of the week. That's right. Every week I like to put the players on the spot by making them answer a question in character. And this one's going to be relatively easy. It's a little boilerplate, it's a little milquetoast. We're going to ease into the psychological ones, right? But this one is, I want your character's major pet peeve. The thing that irritates them the most, that puts their teeth on edge, that put just, the thing that they cannot stand, that instantly, everybody has them. Mine is the sound of tearing paper backing on blister packages. You know how it has that, the plastic blister in the front and the cardboard backing? The noise of that thin layer of paper separating from the cardboard backing of like a toy container or something, it just, oh my god, I can't do it. For some reason it reaches into my soul with its claws and it just rakes the length of it. I know it's insane. It's a weird thing to, it's like nails on a chalkboard times 50 to me. I cannot stand that sound. Pet peeve. Don't do it around me. Who would like to go first?
Huh. I might as well.
Ooh, Samson
I,
earned a Benny for his volunteerism. Look at that, folks. Kind of benevolent God right out the gate. Thank you, Samson. In character, please, your major pet peeve.
Samson strongly dislikes unauthorized users tampering with his superstructure or his programming. It really irks him.
Fair. Fair. So how does he feel about Blackfinger then?
Oh. Uh, what the?
Your voice modulation not kicking in? Were you expecting deeper robot voice? I certainly was.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll fix it. Uh, he was the one to wake him up. He considers him an authorized certified user.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he does not try to tamper with his chassis to ride within him.
There we go. That's fair. That's fair. As long as he doesn't turn him into a vehicle of sorts. While we're testing things, I'm going to test this stinger real fast. Let's see here. Boom. There we go. Now my stream works the way it's supposed to. Thank you for that, Samson. Now I'm just going to pick Fisk. Man, pet peeve.
God, it's hard to, because I know pre-apocalypse, I hated it when, they didn't put the toilet paper, if they used the last of it, they didn't put it back on the roll. But, toilet paper is scarce now. So, gosh, as far as peeves go, I really hate it with my freaking glasses because I have to put on the mask and the glasses fog up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Fogex. I mean, where did it go? I hate the glasses because I can't see. It's so humid outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not.
It's so topical, strangely, on so many levels. I too hate wearing masks outside and glasses in the Texas heat because it
What?
yeah, no, it's bizarre, right? It's a recent development that I've discovered about myself that glasses and surgical masks mean you wander around in a deep fog and not the happy kind you induce. But yeah, no, excellent, excellent. Yeah, you don't like when you have to put on your rad mask and your goggles fog over. I mean, you have all those lenses that flip down too. I mean, that's more than one layer of fogging. I'm assuming. You know, you got to move it up to wipe, then move that one down, and what you know.
Oh, and it's so freaking hot. The sweat on top of that. It sucks.
I think that's something people don't really take into consideration about bitchin' steampunk of post-apocalyptic gear, right? It's heavy. It's layers, right? It's a lot of layers. Lots of layers. Thank you, Fisk. How about Sabrina? Sabrina, pet peeve.
Well, I think from what I've experienced so far, the most peeviest thing I have is when my meat is hairy.
Harry.
Like, have you ever had hair stuck in your teeth? It's the worst.
I
So,
have, yeah.
like, my favorite is when, they come nice and smooth. Obviously, that would be wonderful.
Right.
It's just easier to cook, less cleaning,
Now, has it
and
occurred
all
to
around
you
better.
that before the collapse, they used like a blowtorch to burn the hair off of like a pig or whatnot? You could do that with a spell now, you'd think, right? Maybe just give a little char blast, right? Get the hair off there, and then you're good to go.
Well, I mean, I was expecting to have like
Yeah,
prepared
frappuccinos. Yeah.
food already, like
Right,
where was
right.
my Big Mac and fraps.
Well,
So
and as a Devlin, in fact, you were supposed to have help, right? Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. There was supposed to be a chef. There were supposed to be
Why am I
things were
doing
supposed to be
this?
done. Yeah. You're
Hmm.
cooking dudes in a basement. You know what the hell?
No, but I will take that point and next time when I am cooking. Thank you for the
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. Yeah. No problem. Of course. Of
Changing
course.
that forward. But yes.
Yeah. The hairy meat, that is an issue, especially since it's been humans and rad rats so far. So I mean, both. I couldn't tell you which one was hairier due to the amounts that have sloughed off the rad rats over the years, but still, neither one being fantastic, certainly. Last but not least, Blackfinger, pet peeve.
Blackfinger hates it when Samson won't let him fix him better.
Won't let him fix him better. And what do you mean specifically by that, Blackfinger?
Improvements, more.
More improvements, like, give me something specific. What's something that you have tried to do to Samson that he has not allowed?
A seat would be nice for one.
A seat
I
would
mean,
be nice.
My legs are like this big.
It's true. It's true. It's hard for you to get anywhere. It's lots of heavy breathing. You've got that flat pug face thing going on, the brachiocephalitis. It's not good.
Sometimes I slip over my mucus.
That's true. You are a little drooly. You know, but I mean, not the drooliest mutant, certainly in all the Wasted West. But I mean, like top 10, maybe.
7.5.
Right. You got the, but you need the lubricant for your machines. It's not like you get oil everywhere, right? A little bit of that nose grease. All of a sudden, you can get that bolt locked in, right? At any rate, that is the pet peeves of our companions today. Now, normally, I would go through our list of participants and I would ask one of them to give me the recap. But we happen to have a librarian in the party whose sole task in the world is the collection and recitation of data. So our weekly Fisk recap will commence now. What all happened last week, Fisk?
Well, the junior librarian Anderson Fisk, log entry number 1. I'm 25 miles south of Lynchburg. And then I happened to notice a black rainstorm was coming. And the only cover that seemed to be around was this giant mall, big parking lot. And as I got closer, I noticed there was nothing but Walking Dead and freaking Raiders all over this place. My only hope seemed to be sneaking in, but apparently I wasn't the only one who had this idea.
Mm-hmm.
So my new friends, I term loosely right now.
Have you gotten the name of
3
either of
foot.
them?
No, there's
No.
like a 3 foot tall mutant, appears to be some kind of junker, and a 10 foot tall cyborg warbot. So um, I had made it so close to the building when that warbot summoned me to him.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say I had much of a choice. So many raiders, and I have no fighting skills. So there's more than likely kill me than let me in. So um, I went over to the warbot, and apparently the little mutant created one hell of a distraction by blowing up an RV that was parked out front. Um, and then all hell broke loose. There were undead, dogs, raiders all killing each other. Um, Apparently, the raiders had a boss named Bonedrinker. Sounds like a nice
Bonedrinker.
lad. I hope I can get out of this rain. The mutant found an umbrella. Why didn't I have an umbrella? And P.S. We did run into a witch who claimed to be Sabrina. She appeared to be stuck in the lower levels of the structure. She told us there's a crap ton of rats down there and some unknown entity wandering around. She also started to tell us about her run-in with the raider in the bathroom.
Because we're.
Yeah,
Oh, I see. You jumped
we
forward.
have
Oh,
to.
yeah. Okay, time
Yeah,
jump.
we're
You threw me
little,
for a
little,
second there. Okay, no, the journal entry changed tense. That was very Game of Thrones. I feel it. So he's assuming now that everybody gets together and survives, which was
yeah, I
very
know. Look,
bold.
you should have been.
Very bold considering he has in fact played in my games before. But that was a very, very thank you there, Porter. A tip of the hat to you for the resub. The that was the recap essentially. These guys are trapped outside in a black rainstorm, which Fisk knows from experience in the Wasted West, right? Is a fatigue inducing storm of radioactive dust that is kicked up. You know, the bombs fell, the rain picks up the radioactive dust, carries it over someplace, and drops it on people. They very much so need to get inside, right? Most of the raiders that were standing out front, including the badass raider with the mini chainsaw that had gutted one of his associates, were detonated when our good junker mutant friend here, Blackfinger, tossed a little cone device under the thing and scampered away willy-nilly, right? Leaving just one raider and a group of the Walking Dead that as of yet have not noticed the people, right? They've seen the explosion, they've seen the raiders. And I reshare the sheet. There it goes. Boom. And we're in the parking lot. But we're not in the parking lot, actually, because much more pressing, I think, than the development in the parking lot was the fact that Sabrina had made her way through the sewers, wandering through waist-deep muck, fighting swarms of rats, running away from a mutant that very much so wanted to make her a meal as well, and found herself in the first floor of a complex, which appeared to be the bathrooms, when she heard two raiders discussing something, and so one of them saying, "Hold up, I'm gonna go take a leak." Right? She went to go hide in the stall, but saw the mountain of feces over the rim, right, and decided against it. Now she has perched herself behind the door. Unfortunately, she did not give me a notice roll to determine whether or not this door swings in or out. So we are going to determine that with a dice roll. Now, if the door happens to swing in by you rolling an even number on the die, you will get a drop on this raider as he enters, should you choose to attack him with your butcher knife. However, if you roll odd on the die and he pulls open the door, well, then there's a punk rock chick and a cat standing right in the corner going, "Hi," right? So, with that established, please roll any die you would like.
Oh, goodness.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
It's
door
drop.
swings in, and a single raider. Oh my god, that's so many on the comment. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Bazinga Raider Brawler walks into the bathroom, not paying any attention to you, blowing a little snot rocket, as he's headed back to the stall. What do you choose to do?
Well, I don't see the map currently.
Well, here,
but-
let me solve that, poof.
Thank you, thank
And
you.
guys, test something for me. Can you see Sabrina's token on the map? Any of you players?
No.
No,
We
you
No,
don't.
nowhere.
Nope.
You get no vision at all on the map.
No.
That is
Nothing.
ridiculous. What about now?
I see the token, but that's it.
Can you click on the
Token.
token and do you gain her line of sight?
No.
No? Ah, that's a shame. At any rate, now you can see her token. Yay! Yay! And I can set this. You can see that one now, too. So now you're kind of hip to the developments that are happening there. All right. Sabrina, wandering in, jangling his zipper, heading back here. What's the game plan? He hasn't
Waiting.
noticed you. You're just going to wait?
No, waiting for the door to shut.
Oh, yeah,
To
mhm.
go. Mhm,
Yeah,
and then
swing shut.
Coming up behind him and slicing his throat if I can.
Ooh, slicing the throat. That's especially devilish. Let me give you the drop. Go ahead and roll your attack roll over his token, please. And that's a hit, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then
Should have given you +4 to that attack, too. It didn't appear to do that, though. And it did not. Why? Now I've dragged the drop onto Sabrina Devlin, and Sabrina Devlin's on the D4 plus D6 plus that, but it did not give you the +4. You get +4 damage on that, so
Nice.
allow me to determine what his toughness is, because I'm pretty sure you wounded him. 7. Oh, yes. Congratulations. You have slit his throat.
is he like?
He
Or, like,
is.
pretty vocal for
he gurgles. Right, blood spurts out of his neck in an anime fashion as your knife glints rapidly across his throat, and he falls to the ground quite deceased.
Nice.
Where, Schrodinger starts laughing. This is much better than the rat blood.
I bet it is.
Less diluted with the sewage.
Yes. Humans always taste better. We know this.
That being said, I am sure one of his buddies is going to be expecting him to come out of the shitter here at some point. But we'll come back to that in a moment here, won't we? We're in the parking lot again, gentlemen. Congratulations. Welcome, welcome. And we have the one raider with the scattergun that has not fired, has seen the rest of his compatriots now fall to the walking dead. He saw the fucking tanker blow up, take out the raider badass, who, he had a little fling with once. I mean, it wasn't serious, it wasn't like he was trying to catch feelings, but sometimes things happen out in the wastes, right? So it was a moment for him, right? And now he's going to need a spirit roll at a -2 to determine whether or not between that, the Walking Dead, and the Black Rain, whether the fuck he wants anything to do with the scene out here. And I very much so doubt that he will, because, that's a lot. That's a lot. Oh, yeah, no, he critically fails that shit, and he is going to give me a run roll and head right in the front door. Fuck this. Bonedrinker's gonna solve this! And, that drags the map. Don't tell me I'm dragging the token and then drag the map, Fantasy Grounds Unity. Bad program. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, almost. And he's about to be gone. But with that said, let's get a freshie here. Boom. And Samson, you're up first. Give me a vigor
Awesome.
roll.
Sure.
Black rain pouring down. She is quite the psychopath, Toa. Excellent. That is a pass, although only just. It is thickening. The rain is starting to saturate, drip down on the interior of the chassis, work its way into the wirings and couplings. None of it is kosher.
So, let's see. Moving's free action. Running is a free action, but -2 penalty to all other actions.
Yep.
So, I am going to run.
Mm-hmm.
I am then going to hold my action until I confirm a target that seems like it might become a threat to
Mhm.
these 2 fleshy meat bags I am charged to
Now
cover
remember,
at the moment.
you have clearance on all the Walking Dead. You established it, but
Correct, but those are not a threat. I consider
Mhm.
them terrain. If the
Right.
terrain, however, threatens us, I will take action.
right. If it becomes difficult terrain, as it were.
Exactly.
Uh,
So 6. Just slow and steady, moving, running around and towards the cover.
being a 10-foot tall robot is super badass until you need to sprint somewhere. It's super.
And
You're
that,
yeah.
is there any other way to increase my movement besides just the basic running?
That's it. No,
Oh,
that's the
that's
run.
it.
Now, eventually, you can get leg augments, right? You can get chancy upgrades, right? That'll increase your run die, but running is the game mechanic for sure.
Cool.
Um.
Oh, and of course the guy on my shoulders with me as well. if you
Oh,
want.
that's right. You took Blackfinger with you, who has a little
Sorry.
umbrella. Yes. Scattergun Raider's gonna finish. He's gonna vamoose into the building. He's already dead. What did he do? Why is he even there? Oh no, because he's.
I didn't.
Damn it. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. We'll reproc that. Walking Dead. See no targets now. Just gonna mill about. Fisk, give me a vigor roll, please.
Very happy with this black rain. It covers us from the zombies.
It does, in fact, give them a negative to any notice rolls they're going to get on you, but excellent. You are fine. It's the one that was gonna be deleted. Blackfinger, are you gonna hop off the shoulder and run? You have your little umbrella, so you are immune to the black rain.
No, I think Blackfinger's best course of action is to just stay right where he's
Just
at.
hang out there.
He's
Yeah,
gonna like crawl around onto the left shoulder though.
I agree with that. Actually, we will just get rid of all of these guys because we're gonna reproc them. So, guys, I think for brevity's sake, what we are going to do here is we are going to turn the sneaking into a dramatic task. Alright, so I'm going to need 5 successes across 3 rounds using an applicable skill die from each of you each round, right, to attempt to sneak past the Walking Dead. Now, this can be a lot of things. You can give me a smarts roll to attempt to trick them, right, with a distraction. Right, you can give me a stealth roll to try and sneak past them, right? You can give me an agility roll to attempt to just juke through, right? But 3 rounds, 5 successes. So that means that in the 3 rounds, 2 of you need to get a raise on one of your successes in order for this to pass it. If you fail, right, you all will make it inside, but everybody will take a vigor level of fatigue from the black rain. Fair?
Sure,
That'll
sounds
speed this
reasonable.
up here. That'll move
Fair.
this right along. So, with that established, we're going to move on to the first round of our dramatic task. Samson, what are you going to use for your skill roll on this first roll, and how are you going to describe how it helps to sneak past this group of undead?
So, Samson is going to fire a crossbow bolt across the yard, attempting to generate a distraction.
Yeah, like break one of the car windows or something with it.
Yeah, over on the other side, so the zombies kind of shamble the other way to look.
Fair. Yeah, give me a shooting roll.
Oof.
Ooh, not good. You want to Benny that?
Yeah, might as well.
Yep. Tossing a Benny down. The game does not want you to hit that window. You want to Benny that?
No, I need to save these.
Roger that. Failure on the first attempt. Fisk, what is your skill roll for the first round?
It is going to be a smarts roll. I'm seeing that he's trying to shoot the car window. I was like, oh, setting off a car alarm. That sounds like a wonderful idea. So I'm going to look for the nicest car in the parking lot and try to jimmy the handle or
Why don't you give
try to
me
break a window or something.
common knowledge roll in that case? If you're trying to remember which one of these cars is alarmed and which one of them had a fusion reactor that would still be going. I guess smarts would work too. Common knowledge is Epo Pro. Smarts works. Yeah, there you go. That's a success. You definitely, you spot a car across the way that you could probably actually sync up with your data pad and set off without having to go over there even. You remember that model had the smart car, you know? But, let's actually use for that, in addition, I know I'm convoluting things here, but roll a d10 for me. Let's see how good your connection to the library satellites is right now. You're golden, baby. You want to set off that car alarm? Yeah, The car alarm goes off. You know what? We'll call that 2 successes. Fuck it. We'll erase that minus there with it. The connection was so good that you have even managed to upload a data packet back to Sacramento at the same time there. Congratulations. Blackfinger, what is your role this first round?
I guess I'm gonna I mean, I don't have the greatest role for any of these at the moment, so I think I'm just gonna use my umbrella as a wall and try to sneak past them.
Use the umbrella as I'm not a little dude, I'm just an umbrella.
Like blowing through the wind.
Oh yeah, are you gonna twirl it a little? Try and do the bounce
exactly.
Yeah, fuck, that's almost a performance. But no, I'll let you give me a stealth on that. Leaf on the wind, yes. Damn, yeah, single success, but enough. Yeah, stealth roll has passed. That encumbrance is a bitch. That would have knocked you up
Yes,
one.
it is.
But with that established, we're on to the second round of skill rolls. Let's see who is up first here. 3 successes. Need 5, yeah, so we're doing good. We're up. Blackfinger again. You cannot use the same skill roll twice, my friend. What is it this time, Blackfinger? You're muted or something, buddy.
Oh, my bad. So I'm assuming this time I'm kind of near the truck that was on fire.
Yeah.
Can I do a knowledge engineering check to find something that I don't know, maybe that I can throw or something the opposite direction of me?
Now, that would just be, I mean, there is tons of debris around. You wouldn't have to, let me give you knowledge engineering. This looks like it's throwable. I mean, you blew up a truck, right? There are little scraps.
Okay, that's fair.
Just give me a throwing roll, you know?
This is going to end up so badly.
Yeah, no. Yeah, clank about 2 feet in front of you unless you want to spend a penny on that.
If I spend the Benny, I still have to do the same roll, right?
Yeah, you're just re-rolling that throwing. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, no. Not good, but we're still up. Everything's good. Samson, what are you doing this time?
Samson initiates AAA protocol. So what he's doing is, now that he's closed the gap up to the vehicle that Dr. Fisk activated, I'm going to creep up next to it, lean down, take my hand and go crunch into the side of it, and kind of crouch down and walk towards the front door using strength to drag the car with me.
That's 100% appropriate, yeah. Now, normally I'd be like, you're a ridiculous person. That's a strength roll at a -4, but you're literally designed for this. Like, you have a carry capacity of 800 pounds. Your fingers will probably deftly sink into the side of this car and just drag it along. Now, whether or not it'll roll or it'll go, it's entirely different, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get that strength roll.
It's a good distraction.
Right, yeah, either way. Oh, yeah, that's 2 successes. Turns out they didn't even have the e-brake popped on, right? It rolls right, boom, you plunge your fingers into the side, and it just moves along with you. Now, mind you, you're still 10 foot tall and crouched, so I'd say like a third of you is visible above it, but they are very dumb right? None of these are, they didn't graduate Walking Dead University, right? So they go, car with other car, right? And go back to their, That
Metal
being said,
crunches.
Dr. Fisk. Oh, wait, that's 5. Never mind, you're in. You guys made it. Yay! That was 3 plus 2. Yay!
Yay!
But I will need a notice roll from everybody. Sans Sabrina. She's coming up in a second here. Right, basic math. 3 plus 2. Yay!
Legolas, what does your cyborg eyes see?
Right, yeah, no doubt. You all hear several raiders inside the door, right? There's a group of them milling about the lobby, right? Talking about stims, mostly, and their lack of stims, and how they would love some fucking stims. Why aren't there any fucking stims? Don't talk so loud. Bonedrinker's gonna hear you, and he's gonna make stims out of your adrenal gland. You remember what he did to Tweaky Joe? Right, and yeah, so there is a group of people that are clearly inside there that are probably going to be displeased, right? And one of them says, Spleen Cruncher's taking his fucking time back there, isn't he? Yeah, well, maybe his number 1 turned into a number 2. We haven't been getting a lot of fiber recently. But,
Can I do something?
yeah, you can do whatever you like, yeah. Especially if you can get your voice modulator on.
I'm going to do a dispensement of candy protocol, give them stims and send them on their way.
You're going to open the door to the lobby that contains all the raiders and begin your candy dispensement protocol? Is that what I'm understanding?
That is correct, and I am going to intimidate them.
I mean, yes, you are. More than likely. All right, let's get that up. 10-foot tall undead robot man. Now, for people that might be tuning in for the first time here, let me just pull up so that you get a good look here. He is definitely like a severed head in a 10-foot tall robot suit, right? So he gets a +4 to intimidation rolls, just generally. And yeah, this is going to be entertaining, more than likely. Or horrific. There's 2 ways this really plays out here. Let me drop these guys down. Let me bring Samson on in. Boom.
I'm still on his shoulder, by the way.
Excellent. So it's a 10-foot tall, 2,500 pound mech, and a 3-foot tall mutant. Well, welcome, Toa. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you having you here. Do 3 shows a week. All of them are wacky. But, let's see, you can see, like, this fella right there. There's a group of them milling about what appears to be a ruined lobby.
Alright, I'm going to step into the room to get an analysis of how many gangers are in the room, so I know how many pieces of candy to dispense.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a notice roll at a -1. You are using your sensor suite here to get an assessment.
Okay. Come on. Put in the -1 for me, please. There we go.
A lot of interference in here, but you do have the +2 from notice, so you get through there. There are between 4 and 6 in the lobby. Indeterminate number of life signatures in the whole building, but immediate candy dispensement, under 10.
Okay, so I'm going to step into sight of them.
Mm-hmm. And we put you, you bop. Oh, well, let me put them on the bop. There we go. Yay! Now you can see them. Yes, and please give me your candy dispensement speech.
All right. Eye starts glowing red as I dispense candy.
Mm-hmm.
Hooligans, please approach for your stimulant and kindly exit through the front door of the lobby. Now.
And
We want to do what he says.
intimidation roll. It should be said that his candy stores have not been replenished. Thank you, Moon Ripples. You're wonderful. since before the
Nice.
bombs fell. So a little slot opens in front of him and just dispenses like this wad of gummed together, just nonsense that might have at one point, if it's fuzzy and, you know, the way that candy, you ever had old Halloween candy that just became like an amalgam of is that sticks to the wrapper, and I'm sure some of it's mildly boozy as the sugars have fermented over the years and it just kind of flops out. But it is sufficiently terrifying that because people were expecting a lot of things here, right? They were expecting their friend to come out of the John. They weren't expecting 10-foot tall pre-bomb war machine to walk in and be like candy dispensement, right? So they all freaked the fuck out. But they are not all going to head out the front door. They are all going to head to the closest exit they got away from the 10-foot tall candy dispensing robot because, hello, so we are going to lose 2 of them. Raider Brawler number 2 and Raider Brawler say, fuck that, they're out the front door, into the rain, even it should be stated, is how intimidating, that rain's gonna kill them anyway, but better that than, what, is it better that than getting your skull crushed by, skull crushing guy? Who knows? Who knows? At any rate, they've made the decision to flee out there. Raider Brawler number 3 is gonna take off down the hallway. Raider Scattergun guy is gonna head up here. Raider Brawler number 4 is gonna bop in here. Raider Scattergunner, oh hell yeah, boop. There we go. They have fled the lobby generally.
Say one more thing as they're running.
Yeah.
I demand one of you to come eat your stimulant now. As I break off a chunk of the candy.
You know what? Why don't you give me a throwing roll?
Oh, yeah, that's a skill, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You throw a chunk of the hardened candy at the back of the scattergunner. It hits him in the back of the head and knocks him prone. Boom! Against the bottom of the stairs. Like, knocked his helmet off. You hucked it so hard. He's, yeah. He has taken his candy. And, come on, where are you? Da 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 da. There we
Go get him, Tiger.
Fisk is watching people run past him outside. What? What the hell?
Bonedrinker! He starts screaming as he tries to climb up the stairs, leaving his scattergun. I mean, he's like fucking 10-foot tall undead mech dude, right? What do you do? But, Sabrina, you hear a very robot voice, take your stimulant, right? And then you hear one of the scavs screaming and people scattering every which way. They didn't prepare you for this in the learning bed.
No, not at all. I would like to crack open the door and peek out, perhaps.
By all means.
Please.
Is it not letting you manipulate your token?
I am.
Oh,
I just
excellent.
closer.
Yes. Yeah, and you see everything you see, which includes a 10-foot tall robot with old candy spilling out of him, and a 3-foot tall mutant sitting on his shoulder.
Huh.
Neither of these things were really described in the learning bed,
Well, I mean, a candy dispenser seems more familiar than...
They generally weren't sentient,
shit.
though,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I mean...
I think you would probably actually know a little bit about the cyborgs, right? Because they were, they existed for a couple of decades before the fall.
Yeah,
But
and it's
the mutant...
anyway, we know this, so I'm going to just stroll up with pride and keep an eye out for more raiders.
As you round the corner there, you see the one bleeding from the back of the head, a piece of the candy still lodged there, climbing up the stairs. Samson and Blackfinger, there is a lady dressed anachronistically and a small cat. Samson, she currently reads a possible threat.
I'm going to point at the dead raider and laugh at it really quick and just say, good, you got him too. They deserve it.
Samson says, points at you and says, "Do you wish for candy or pain?" As he
Oh,
points at you.
We need to get your voice modulator going again. I needed that with the "Do you wish for candy or pain?" Oh,
Oh, it's just not working?
it's still not working. No.
Oh, it's showing it is, but it's not.
That
Damn it.
bastard. The bastard program. Oh. At any rate.
well, I'm gonna ponder that for a moment.
Yeah. Do you wish
And,
for candy or pain? Fisk? Yeah,
and-
raiders come pouring out the building into the rain. Probably clear.
Yeah, I start strolling in. I'll walk up to the warbot.
Ah. Welcome to the party.
Stay behind me, citizen.
Yeah.
Everybody give me a notice
Okie
roll
dokie.
at a -1.
Oh, you said -1. My bad.
It's fine, I'll do the head math. Sabrina, well, everybody except for Dr. Fisk. You notice, some thumping coming from upstairs. It seems like, between the explosion out front, the screaming henchmen, and all of this, that Bonedrinker might, have woken up and be alerted to this. Sabrina and Blackfinger, in addition to the thumping, you hear an odd thrumming. Why don't you give me a weird science roll, Blackfinger? I mean, that's clearly some kind of pulse amplification device, right? Generally applied to the back end of something that somebody swings at something as a force multiplier, right? Commonly used in, like, industrial bolt drivers before the collapse. Now often repurposed as rudimentary mauls by especially large raiders. Also pretty valuable.
You said that was upstairs?
Yeah, it sounds like it's coming from upstairs, like it's kicking on whatever it is, like zoom, 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 zoom.
Samson, they may want candy upstairs.
Affirmative. Starts walking with purpose towards the stairs.
Affirmative. Candy. Fisk, what do you think about this candy distribution protocol? And Sabrina, for that matter.
I'm great.
Well, the candy distribution seems very effective in its own way. I wouldn't eat it, but Sabrina, she's smiling.
I mean, it sounds
Some of
like
That's
Pez,
nice.
so I would definitely like to try some. But as long as he doesn't rip my head off. So
No, you don't.
How many more of these raiders do you think there are in here? Are we safe?
We scared off all the ones on the ground floor, but there's definitely something happening up these stairs here.
I'll chime in about the dead one in the bathroom. Don't mind him if you have to go, but it's gross. I wouldn't recommend it.
The scattergun raider makes it to the landing and the stairwell when his head unceremoniously explodes. Wall is covered in brains and gore. Bits of his skulls are stuck in the drywall. Alright, and down the stairs there's a thump. Thud. Thud. Bonedrinker angry! Thump.
Samson annoyed.
Thump.
I run in here, into this little like console.
Everybody
area.
has one movement worth of movement to
Thud.
prep themselves
Oh,
before
shit.
the arrival of Bonedrinker. So
Thump. Thump.
I was
Thump.
gonna,
Thump.
before you started talking about that, I was gonna ask if I could do a scavenging roll, but I can wait till after.
yeah, we'll probably wait till after Bonedrinker. It's
Mm.
But
Mm.
let's see here, all kinds of stuff.
I'm going to defend and
Yeah.
wait.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Johnny.
My Bowie knife out.
Coming down the stairs, Bonedrinker gonna get you and gonna drink your bones.
I have a recipe for that.
Yeah.
It's quite tasty. Bone milk.
But yes, we, bone milk. Alright, now if I close this blocker, gonna work? Yay! Fantasy Grounds Unity almost works. A mutt comes peeling down the stairs, right? A couple of bruisers, and still you hear the thud, thud, thud. Who in Bonedrinker Fiefdom? The thrumming growing louder. There's a light blue light that seems to be coming down the stairway, along with the thumps as they laboriously head down the stairs. Clear these walking dead out here. Blackfinger, you're gonna be up first.
I just kind of peek my head up over the like countertop here and try and shoot at him at that scattergun 3, the first one there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now he's still prone. He's climbing up the stairs, so it'll be a more difficult shot than typical. But the math's automatically applied because the prone effect is applied to him. You get a -2 to get shot at if you're lying down.
Okay, so like Raider, scattergun, those are upstairs. I can't.
Yeah,
not
you can
supposed to see them, but
yeah.
I can.
Well, no, you can see Raider Mutt. You can see Raider Brawler number 6. You can see Raider Scattergunner. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to see any. Oh yeah, 4 or any of them. They're upstairs.
Yeah, I can see all. Okay, so the only one I can see is the scattergun at the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
Or is that one dead?
No, you can see him. He's prone. He was knocked down by the candy lodged in the back of his head.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll try and shoot him.
Screaming bloody murder. Whoa, no, now I guess he's. Excuse me, never mind. I need to track my own narrative because he was clearly head exploded as the dramatic entrance to. You know, I'm good at this. I play game. I play game good on TV. Excellent. He dead. Yeah, so you can't see anybody from that position, but you could move over and see a couple of people at the landing.
I think he's too afraid.
Too afraid he's just gonna hang out there under the tree, low risk crossbow?
Yeah,
Now-
can I ready my crossbow for when one comes down the steps?
So how it works in this, unless you have the Joker, right? You can hold your action and then choose to go after anybody's action, right? So somebody moves down, they attack, then you can be, I'm going now in the initiative step.
Okay, I'm gonna
You
do
can't
that.
interrupt them unless you have the Joker. If you get a Joker on your initiative step, then you can be, somebody can move and be about to draw and fire, and you can be like, now it's my turn, and you can interrupt their action.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
just wait until I'll hold my turn.
Excellent, excellent. Well, he was screaming before his head exploded. You see, it all tracks ultimately. Samson.
Okay. Samson is going to, with purpose again, slowly walk up into a bit more assertive position. And he is going to defend and say, Bonedrinker, prepare to have your fiefdom overturned.
Who dare challenge Bonedrinker?
Samson.
Beep, 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 beep. Shh! Bonedrinker going to hurt Samson! Bonedrinker's clearly getting juiced up there. Get rid of these Walking Dead, because they're not a factor, because they outside.
calmly
they
waits.
outside. Dr. Fisk, what the fuck? He's handing out candy, he's 10 feet tall, there are no books anywhere down here.
Right now, it seems like the Warbot is our only chance of survival. So I'm actually going to risk stepping out from my little cover hidey hole.
Why don't you give me a streetwise roll? Oh wow, you lucky son of a bitch with that
Okay.
investigator. So you don't know a lot about the drug culture, right? But you know some of the guys that they become scav leaders, right? And they go to a chop shop and they'll get injectors Then literally they just plug vials into a socket on them, and then they can give themselves the Darth Vader boost, right? Where they hit some things on a chess piece, they get a little hit, right? And that's likely what you just heard going on there with Bonedrinker. People don't just threaten Bonedrinker and Bonedrinker's fiefdom. But you're moving behind Samson, yes?
I am going to reach out my hand and touch him.
Uh-oh.
Gross.
And
'Cause
just
when you get
think
that
about my book
feeling, you
by
want
Stuart Smalley
sexual feeling.
and say,
Mhm.
you are a good person. You are smart enough. And doggone it, people like you.
Doggone it, he's going to give Samson a self-esteem boost. And he does. He doesn't just give Samson a small self-esteem boost. He gives him a huge self-esteem boost. It should be said that the armor of the good feelings from this self-help book envelops Samson entirely. And for just a moment, the Manitou's evilness falls in the background, the programming fades, and he's a wee lad on a sunny summer day again. He just won the track and field event. His parents are so proud. And for a moment, he's armored in that feeling of just goodness and youth and purity. And all attacks against him as a result will happen at a -4. I love
Samson,
that so
thank
much.
you.
The Stuart Smalley self-help fucking... I love it so much. It's so stupid. I love it. Alright. Let's get rid of some more of these Walking Dead here on the combat tracker. Sabrina, shit's going crazy.
That it is. This is exciting.
Yeah.
I'm going over to see what's going on. I mean, we already had...
Let's get Sabrina vision for
much
the
fun.
audience. Oh, look at this. This Raider Brawler number 4 down there is isolated by himself, but there's another one in the hallway, too. Raider Brawler number 3. Of course, there is a big, massive motherfuckers coming down that stairs, we're assuming.
No, those are bad guys. They definitely need
Yeah,
to be
-6 to Samson.
Yeah.
He's, or excuse me, -8, because yeah, defense 4 too. He's, yeah.
It's a mutt? I've never seen a dog.
Yeah,
Is
no, it's now it's not like oh, it's precious, you know, it's missing half of its fur, it's got the mange, right? It's a slavering, you know.
It's so precious. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay, I'm going for. I am attacking the brawler first because I mean it's nurture.
Yeah, for fair.
Beautiful pup. So
So what
Yeah.
are you going to do to the brawler? I should drop Schrodinger here too, shouldn't I?
Yep.
Poof. Yeah.
put Shorty down so he's safe, and I'm going to point my hand at the brawler and release some screaming skulls.
Screaming skulls flying out of your hand. How many?
Just the singles.
Just a single.
Yep.
And that hits with a raise. I believe we have purple light emanating from a illusionary skull that
Yep.
comes rocketing out of your palm towards him
Yep.
in a
Flame
horrific
skull,
apparition
screaming
that,
mouth.
holy hell. Yeah, it tears into him center mass and punches a basketball-sized hole through him that you can see through. That little bit of, like, cartoon spine on the top and the bottom. You know, the arterial pump one last time before he sloughs down and quite dead.
Yeah. Look, puppy.
Yar.
Come here, puppy.
Puppy!
Come here, puppy.
You want Schrodinger to do anything? He's kind of not. That dog's got his hackles up, but
No,
yeah.
sure you don't. Yeah, wolves are bad. We know this. We got it.
one of the scattergun raiders is gonna come down. He sees Samson and he goes, "Oh hell no! I'll get him for you, Bonedrinker. Make me anointed." And is going to fire his sawed off. And I mean, just it backfires. Just. Oh, we shouldn't have loaded these ourselves, Bone. Don't kill me, Bonedrinker.
Witness me.
Right? Yeah. Another, oh no, that's the brawler. They're all stacked on top of each other. Another scattergunner is gonna come around the corner. Well, all right, let's just move. There we go. God, son of a bitch! I hate this Unity map. We'll get it sorted. He comes around the corner and he goes, "Hey, you've always been a pussy," and is going to fire his shotgun at you. Should be said now, normally, these fellows are not going to spend a shotgun shell on a person. They just come up and start hitting them with chains, right? They'll club them to death. Samson is the kind of thing you spend a shotgun shell on, right? They're precious, they're rare, but, yeah, no. Deflection, the good feelings, right? It fires off, right? And the buckshot comes flying out, and they just shield around you. They harmlessly spackle the walls beside you. Actually, if they fired off in an arc and shelled off of you, they all hit Blackfinger and he dies horrifically. No, it's, yeah, no, you're fine, yeah.
Speaking of Blackfinger, I'm going to shoot at that one.
Excellent. By all means, Blackfinger, let's go ahead. He has been holding his action wrist crossbow at the ready.
Just happened.
Oh, I made it your turn again.
Oh, okay.
And long range, what? What is the range on that wrist crossbow?
4, 8, and 16.
That's me. No, that's long range. Yeah, no. That's why it's cheap and common, because it's not a crossbow, it's a wrist cross. You're like a, yeah, I know. So
tiny little dart.
yeah, it like clacks on the stairs below him, and he goes, "That was even worse than me." With that, ready to brawler. Now he's gonna run because he's a brawler. Oh, excellent. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and he does not have range. He's menacing you. He's right there. Ugh! He's got a 2-handed scrap metal axe that was made out of a school crossing sign. All right. Raider Brawler number 7 is also going to run. He's not going to be outdone. Oh, and he's going to get up in your grill. There we go. He's feeling it. And he will take a -2 on account of having run down them stairs. And then I need to dial in the -4 because you have defended your action. So that's a -6 on top of the automatic. So it's a -10 to hit you with this axe. Just throwing that out there right now. On top of your ridiculous armor and etc., etc. But he's still gonna try because nobody said these raiders were bright. Yeah, so yeah, no, that was a -2 is what he ended up with there. Yeah, and I don't know if it was the good feelings or maybe he hits you full on with the axe just as hard as he can and the sign bends because it's a fucking street sign and you're a robot made out of ghost rock steel, right? Like,
catch it with my fist.
Yeah, just
No.
Raider Brawler number 8 is not, he's not going to be discouraged. He doesn't have to run for it. Well, now 1, 2. No, he's good. He's good. All right. And he says, all right, this is going to be just, -8. So he's feeling confident. He shouldn't have. He shouldn't have felt confident because he missed. Even with the gang up bonus applied, he missed. No, that was Raider Scattergunner. That one's still alive. Raider Mutt is going to go. Can't wait for Bonedrinker, guys. He's coming. Raider Mutt. Yeah, I mean, he's the target opportunity. That's just what's going to happen there. I was going to make him go for Fisk because Fisk decided to saddle up right there, but yeah, no, it's nonsense. The good feeling shield is up, right? What's a dog gonna do to a warbot? They're all around you. It's just nonsense. And Bonedrinker finally makes his appearance. Bonedrinker himself, probably a good 6.5 foot tall guy before he started juicing and the mutations, right? His skin is turned a ruddy bruised purple. Right, he has several implants that do not look like they were professionally installed in a hygienic environment. We're talking infection along the skull plate, right? Sores and pus in the tubing that runs from his neck back and forth. He clearly has not been frequently bathing himself because why would you in the post-apocalypse? Now... Most of you, I'd say about half of you, honestly, would know that you become the leader of one of these scav gangs, right? Not by being a tactician or being, jovial or charismatic, right? But by being the guy that's most willing to, crush other people, right? To just, and this fellow appears to have worked his way up that totem pole through a combination of implants, narcotics abuse, and just general cruelty. And at this point, stands nearly 8 feet tall, right? I mean, we're talking bulging, just ridiculous muscles, like those guys that are filled with that do the injections. You ever seen that, where they give themselves the silicone injection, so they got these big, wet, meaty, like ludicrous muscle mass, all distended. And sure enough, he is dragging what would have been a two-handed industrial riveter back in the day, but now has certainly been repurposed into a brutal maul. In addition to that, it appears the thing that he used to blow up that fellow's head was a bang stick. Now, streetwise roll from everybody. Wow, all these people just boom, 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 boom. Samson, Fisk. So a bang stick is literally as implied, right? It is pretty much a shotgun shell, right? That's loaded onto the end of a stick that when you hit somebody with it, right, the shell goes off, right? So it's not just you're hitting them with a stick and then they're getting point blank range. They're getting just the uncontained shotgun shell burst. So he has that in one hand and is dragging a force amplification maul behind him in the other, and seems quite upset. And he says, "Who's Samson?"
Samson is here.
Samson and Fiefdom, Bonedrinker drink bones! And is, going to proceed down the stairs at a full Bonedrinker gallop. Pushes through his guys handily and is going to find himself ready to drink some bones. That being said, you still have deflection. That's a -2 from the runs. All his attacks are happening at the aforementioned -10. Because you're gross, Samson. You're gross. You're really gross.
He still uses his shotgun shell on me.
No, force amplification mace is going to come swinging through the air. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh, what?
That wasn't supposed to happen. My God. Aced on the roll. You were expecting with the weight and the heft of the thing. Oh, thank you for the Benny there. Samson will need a Benny for more candy giving protocols, likely.
Thank you.
You expected this thing to move much more slowly through the air. He seemed like a brute, right? Like, your threat assessment was he was strong but untalented, right? His weakness was going to be speed in relation to you, right? And out of nowhere, right? 1 second this thing was on the ground, and the next thing it was hurtling forward towards you, whip fast. Maybe it was a modification to the amplification. The force projection started and aided his strength in swinging it. At any rate, it comes ratcheting forward, just full bore, and strikes you head on. And does just the worst. You know what? No,
Uh-oh.
He's spending one of his 2 bennies. He said, "Oh, let me adjust dial. Bonedrinker need pain!" And swings it again. Oh, Lord. I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that.
Oh, man.
And it thrums and slams into you. I mean, caving in the chest armor. I mean, your system statics out for a second. Klaxons go off. Critical damage sustained.
I think
System.
I got a healer behind me.
Right.
Good thing. Right within touching distance.
Destruction of government property detected. Oh, soaking a wound for Samson. So only 1 wound as opposed to 2. Thank you,
wow.
Drew.
Can I use a Benny to soak the other?
You can attempt to soak the other. Yeah, man. Let me pull this one off you before you do so. Drop a
Okay.
Benny.
Figure.
Yes, sir. Perfect, yeah. And your armor undents, pops back out, and system structural integrity reapplied.
I do have the improved self-repair unit.
Dun 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 dun. You know, clearly though, all of your threat, like
Yeah.
you were locked in.
I'm
Bone
dialed in on
Drinker
this guy.
really wants to drink them bones. But he did not frenzy or
wow.
wild attack or
I'll tell
anything.
you
Oh
what,
shit,
so
boom, adventure
nice.
cards flying out. I've been doing too many art streams. Look at Drew here. Just Alright, let's see here. Let's see. Alright, now hold up now. Hold up now here. Alright, we got so many. Alright, wounds coming, wounds gone. Ain't nothing. He needs a Benny back because you soaked that other wound. Excellent. Alright, adventure cards to everybody. Yeah, it's just you fucking my bone drinker. He wants to drink bones, guys. All right, adventure cards all over the place, distributed. Gifts from on high. All right, nobody ever gives me bennies. You know, like it's ridiculous. I am going to make it 50 points cheaper because That's true. I get bennies every now and then. I get bennies every now and then. And I'm sitting on a stack, and all my wild cards get... I don't need bennies. I just don't... I usually don't apply them, but that one felt worthy. And now I was like, oh, God, 2 wounds, though, on the first swing. It's supposed to be potent.
Yeah, but if you start TPKing a couple of shows, and guess what?
Right. Well, I am
No
definitely...
longer
I am definitely not trying to redo everybody's art already. So let's keep them wound heals coming, group. All right, here we go. We'll skip him because he is upstairs. Raider Brawler number 3. He's gonna need a spirit roll because he is still worried about the candy. Although he does hear Bone Drinker back there fighting now, so he is gonna be able to recoup. But he is not. He didn't ace that, so he is just gonna walk. 3, 4, 5, 6. And get eyes on the situation there. Raider Brawler number 4, also going to need a spirit roll to see if he recoups. Doesn't ace either. He's not going to come sprinting back. Oh, come! I am on that token. I swear to God. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Assess the situation. Raider Scattergunner. Is he going to make it back? Let's see here. Let's get that spirit. Nope. He says, fuck that, and is going to continue on his merry way. He's got one shot in that shotgun, and he ain't spending it on getting himself killed. Next round. All right, here we go. Scattergun Raider with the Joker. He's still not, fuck it. I've decided. Sabrina, you're up.
Do I notice these brawlers to the left and the right?
Oh, yeah. You'd
Yeah,
have that situation.
right.
Schrodinger would definitely be
About
like,
right.
they're coming. Aren't you going to
Yeah.
do something about that?
Yes, I am. I'm gonna step back, trying to protect Familiar and
I'm not sure.
what I can.
Do I get bennies when NPCs Joker? I don't think so. I thought it was just wildcard players. I've been playing that wrong. If so, I could be... Ooh, I might be wasting stacks of bennies, Toa. Ooh. It's titillating. I'll have to look into that. I'm sorry, continue, Sabrina.
Going with the streaming of skulls again. That's what I got for distance. I don't want to
Excellent.
get close to them.
Mhm.
I'm going to my right, point, start screaming.
Screaming
murder.
Skull hits him. Boom. Let's get the damage roll against Brawler 4. Just shakes him, I'm afraid. He manages to
Shit.
duck under the side. It glances. Burns his shoulder. Just the one. Remember, we need to declare numbers and targets and whether we amp them before we cast them.
It was just the one.
Just
I
one?
didn't
Excellent.
amp it. Yep. I wasn't going
Shoot.
for any further. Yep. That's it. I'm going to say fuck and step back a couple steps further.
Excellent.
You know what? I'm going to use this now. I should have used it a second ago, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to use Inspiration
Yeah, I am.
It's going to give +2 to all trait rolls for the rest of the round.
Oh, well, there we go. Oh, everybody go ahead and feel free to add the +2
Sorry, I didn't
to
want
the
to.
trait rolls.
A lot of talking. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, shit. Toa here is turning me on to the fact that I have been misplaying the Joker Wild rule. I've been rewarding you all when I should have also been rewarding myself. Now, that's dangerous as the GM, though, because, I mean, sometimes I got, 12 guys in the combat tracker. I get one every round, practically.
Yeah, exactly.
That's rough, you know? That is capital R rough. Dr. Fisk. No need to heal the robot, dude. Divinity did that for you. But you are now pretty close to the fucking action.
Yeah, I'm going to defend and move away. So the little dog is a little too close to my heel, but I'm backing away from him ever so carefully.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, are you going to,
yeah, and
excellent. So this will be at a -4. You're just defending? That's as you pull?
I'm just defending.
Okay,
You get a
cool.
+2 to all rolls this round only.
I'm gonna get a +2 to my parry if the mutt tries to hit me.
No.
Well, and if you're taking
And
the
if anybody-
defend action, do you still? So you don't have deflection on, but if you're taking the defend action, right? You're
Correct.
saying I'm defensively maneuvering. That's also a bonus.
Yes.
Okay, just double checking. I wanted to make sure my math was
Yeah.
good on you.
I'm doing just a +2 to my parry
Okay.
till my next turn.
Excellent. And yeah, you are squared away there. We haven't gone through it yet. We're talking anti-Templar. That's good to know. It is good to know, Toa. Thank you. All right, Raider Mutt is up, and I mean, they're just, they've got to take down Samson. That's the protocol. So that is -2. He's got the -4. Defensive action hasn't been taken this turn, so it's just the flat defection so far. All right, and still misses because you are surrounded by the good feelings of your youth. Raider Brawler number 5. Oh, he's gonna muscle through here. Alright, now that's a sticky widget here. Like, you do have the 10-foot tall robot dude, but you also got the lady throwing around glowing skulls and the 3-foot tall mutant frantically reloading his dart gun, right? Like, I'm gonna solve this with a D6 because I don't like making decisions. He's going after Blackfinger. Blackfinger, this one appears to be the bottom of some kind of fence post or something. There's a bit of concrete, and like an aluminum pole that he's swinging at you.
His big eye gets even bigger.
Right, and his pupil dilates in the moment.
Mash some froggies.
As he hits with a raise, because I keep forgetting you have the worst parry of anybody on those. A 6 hits with a raise. Oh, yes, it does, because he's parry too. Yeah, the giant concrete plier, piles into you. And, oh shit, don't do that. Don't do that. Actually deals a wound through your specialized scrap metal armor. He hits you hard enough that the concussive force manages to crack a rib.
Samson!
I'll get him for you, boss. But you'll have to make me Spleen Eater. I'm tired of being called Craig. You have to earn your cool raider name. And does the audience? No, they don't. Ooh, not so fun. They spent all that keeping Samson up. You know why? Because you are a peripheral to the survival of the party. Raider Brawler number 7.
And there's a heal.
And there's a healer
right next to him.
Now 7th Porter's gone and fixed ya, boo. I mean, yay! Oh, dear.
Okay, just so Twitch knows, I've got no other powers other than the heal.
Yeah.
I am useless in this fight. Leave me something.
His name's Greg right now. It will be Spleen Drinker if he manages to kill Blackfinger.
Just looking down around me, pathetic mortals.
All right. The Raider Brawler swings a scrap metal axe and very predictably misses because, again, you're surrounded by that good feeling armor. Good times, keep vibing on. Whiff, 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 whiff everywhere.
And it does only last 3 turns.
Yeah, it has that locked in. Raider Scattergunner. Oh wow, yeah, I can move the bloodstains now. That's neat. Not what I want to do. It's going to move right there, and Raider Scattergunner is not the smartest of scavs, right? And so there is a shotgun rule, right? That if he rolls a 1 or 2, right on this blast here, he's not going to hit Samson. He's going to randomly hit one of the people surrounding Samson. So,
Nice.
let's see how that plays off as he fires his only shotgun shell at Samson.
Soon tight.
I think I'll need to take a shot for this poor guy.
That's a 1.
I salute him for his efforts.
And he rolled a 2. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. He shoots Bonedrinker.
Nice.
Oh, God.
Bonedrinker is very unimpressed with him. He he doesn't like that at all. He does
Samson
not.
thinks he just found a turncoat.
No, you found somebody really incompetent.
What's the target status now?
Raider Scattergunner immediately throws his scattergun over his shoulder and pretends like it wasn't him. Scattergunner number 4 has already fired his scattergun shot and is going to rush up in here and just be, Operation Meatwall for when Samson invariably does whatever Samson's about to do.
Oh, nice. Okay, so I get a +2. I'm going to take a -2 by doing 2 fighting actions.
Right.
I'm going to take a called shot penalty because I'm going to pretend I'm Batman and Bonedrinker is Bane, and I'm going to get my mitts on all of his tubes that are feeding him chemicals and just start gutting him, ripping the tubes out of his neck.
All right, so that is a small target. That'll be a -4 if you want to reach out and grab the handful.
Okay, and there's a thing on his chest that's pumping it in.
Yeah, there's like a big plate on his chest. Yeah, you could definitely punch that thing with a -2.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reach my mitts down and try to rip the plugs out of his neck. And then my second one is just going to be a punch to the chest to shatter the mechanism.
All right, so the first one will be at a -6, and the second one will be at a -4.
Oh, I thought you said -4 and -2.
Yeah, but you'll have the multi-attack penalty on top of it. So
which is canceled by the +2 that I got from inspiration.
Oh, yeah, well, now, was that this round? No, that was this round. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, you got the math right. Yeah, 4 and 2.
Okay.
-4 and -2.
-4, Bonedrinker, just drag and drop it onto him. I'm going to use a Benny.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. Indeed. -4, though. Oh, that counted. And I don't know why it doesn't show me the negative up there on top. No, because you rolled a d10 and that's a 6 you got on the d10, so that's a 2.
Oh, why?
I don't know why I didn't apply the modifier again there.
You know, I'm going to do one more Benny.
Okay.
Get through these. And let me... Yeah, I wonder... It's a -4, so it should be showing up. Man, I just suck at that. Okay. I'm moving on and just gonna punch the unit that's pumping the drugs into him.
All right, -2. Another Benny for Samson. Thank you there, Moon Ripple.
Let's see if I do better at punching him in the chest.
I'll say, yeah, I'll do it. And add a +2 to damage for that.
Okay. +2 to damage.
You managed to smash his control panel.
I don't know how to add the +2 to the damage.
Just the same way you've been doing the modifier in the bottom. Just mouse
okay.
wheel up too.
Got it.
Well, that was hit again there.
Oh, what? I was hitting the... Okay.
Remember,
I don't know
damage
why
is
I
the
just
dice
did
on
that.
the other side.
Yeah, I don't know why I just did that. There we go.
Now it's going to roll with the raise, though, on the damage.
Yeah, now it did roll with the raise. So roll damage again there. And remember to add the +2 manually.
Oh. Well.
You can Benny that to try and re-roll that. You didn't,
Yeah, I'm going to try to. That was a bad roll.
That was a bad roll on that damage. Better roll on the damage. Not quite enough, though. Shaken.
All right.
Wait, was that? Yeah, that was with the
unit.
+2.
All right.
If you had gotten a wound on that, it would have given him a random drug effect, which would have been neat. But, not
Alright.
quite there. Blackfinger, you're up, bud.
So I get a +2 on my rolls.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take that opportunity to try and shoot this Raider Brawler 5 in the face.
Right, the one right in front of you now. Are you called shot to the face, or are you just shooting him generally and describing it as the face?
No, I'm gonna call shot to the face. That's a -2, right?
4 for face.
For face, -4.
Mhm.
Nah, I'm not calling the shot. Never mind. I'm just shooting in his general direction.
It'll probably suffice. And it does, in fact. Pick. And a little dart rings out and catches him in the chest, and he goes, "What the fuck?" And is shaken. He's like, "I wasn't expecting that, but I'm not really wounded, but I'm kind of I'm irked." I picture just like literally darts from a dartboard. Right? You're like, "Wah!" Like that you used to hunt rats. But every now and then you catch a guy in the eye or something. But Bonedrinker is up, and he is unshook, and he is displeased, and he is going to take a multi-attack penalty and be frenzied because he's pissed off. This is the indignity. You have punched his drug panel. You attempted to rip out his injection unit, and you're in his Fiefdom! So, yeah. So let's get our wild attack on the Bonedrinker, making him vulnerable because he doesn't care. And he is going to swing the first time. Force amplification, mace whipping through the air quicker than seems humanly possible. But this time you are prepared for the deafness, and you manage to parry the blow away. The second one swinging through the air on the backswing, nearly as impossibly fast as the first. But even worse this time, you now have his combat pattern clearly locked in to your algorithmic array. You're like, discombobulate, like you're doing the Raider Brawler number 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. Will he attack Schrodinger? I think he will though, because it's just it's a meal. It's like
What?
That's a
I'm-
nasty ass meal.
No.
I'm not
God.
this guy. I'm just saying he's a raider. He's just trying to. He knows this lady. It could be a familiar, and if it's not a familiar, he can just bag lunch real quick and get the fuck out, right? Like so. Scrap metal axe whizzing through the air.
You know who you're gonna kill and eat.
Yeah. We
Oh no!
You're gonna kill your cat.
Dinger's hit with a
Aw.
raise. Totally unanticipating. Don't do that. Don't do that. Ah,
Oh,
but fortunately, it is just 2 wounds. Yay! Which your character's not a wild card, so. Oh wait, is it a wild card? Your familiars are wild cards, aren't they?
Oh, well, I'd have to
Let's
look.
see here. Now I need to look.
Fisk's first heal is gonna be on a cat.
Right. Familiar. Animal familiar. Normal. Which familiar. Loyal.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Wild
Excellent.
card.
You're cool. Yay. Let me make sure that this is accurate. There. And now Schrodinger's a wild card. So yeah, I cut Schrodinger's tail. He's a little pissed off. Doesn't enjoy that at all. Is probably going to have some words for you when this is all, said and done. But is shaken and wounded currently. Rated Brawler number 4 remains shaken. He did not like magical Screaming Skull Fireball lashing out at him. It doesn't, but she can spend her bennies on it, so she should choose. Did that it did. Uh-oh. Scattergun Raider got the Joker bonus. Boom. And as we have discovered, who gets the bennies now? GM does. But he's taken off. He's done. He's running out the front door. He likes his odds in the wasteland. Although he's gotten Jokers back to back both rounds. That's so hilarious. Unfortunately, Bonedrinker's next. And he is still very much so.
Oh, is he not vulnerable anymore either?
Well, no, he's juicing again, so he's going to be vulnerable this round. He's wild attacking. This will not stand. You're in my fiefdom! And in your fiefdom, he has struck you. For a cajillion billion damage. No, for 5 damage. You're on hard. No, he says, It's very hard to hit you. I'm going to spend bennies to get normal damage. Oh, not like that, though. Don't do that, though. Why do both of them ace whenever I do that?
Oh, I'm dead.
That's 3 wounds. You're not dead, first off. Alright, because 4 wounds is incapacitated. But, yeah, again, the Force Amplification Mace does exactly what it's designed to do. And,
Alright.
plows into you. Oh, yeah. Now, go ahead and right-click the Benny instead of doing that. And go soak wound.
Oops.
Wait. There's already 2 soaked in
Okay, yeah, 2 in the chat. Boom, 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 boom. Yes. You're down to 1 wound.
And I just used it the wrong way. Do I need...
Well, I gave it to you back there, so go ahead and right-click on it and go soak wound.
I did it, actually. So when I right-click, there is no options in the radial.
It does not give you...
There's open mini sheet, close window, minimize. Those are the 3 radial options on the bennies.
Stupid. It does it in Deadlands Classic, but not in Hell. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead and drag it into the chat and give me a vigor roll then.
Okay.
It's automated in the other Deadlands.
There we go.
Yeah, chat saving the day. Wunderbar. Again, your armor undents. And he's starting, I mean...
I'm invulnerable.
At this point, I think he's a little, miffed, right? And let's see, that was... Boom. Second swing. Ah, hell.
Hey, just let's keep trying and wasting it.
Is this thing on? Click. Samson, you're up.
Okay. Nice. Well, so...
Benny, back to Samson. Thank you, chat.
Now he's vulnerable too.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I gave him one opportunity to be disabled and disarmed by cutting off his drug use.
Mm-hmm.
That did not work. So this is going to be a called shot to the head, which I believe head is -4.
Yep.
I just pull out my trusty machete, which is my little pocket knife for me, swing it around in my head, and go straight down into his skull,
Fair.
with it,
Mhm.
just to finish him, and then twist it. So let's see if this works out. This would be at a -4. Is there any other modifiers?
Nope, just the -4 flat. It'll be a +4 to damage if you hit him.
And he's vulnerable currently?
And he's vulnerable, but that's automatically applied, so don't worry about that.
Okay, great. So -4. And here's my fighting roll.
That'll do.
Okay.
Oh, no, give me the actual attack roll, not your fighting roll, remember.
Oh, shit.
On your
I'm
combat
sorry.
tab. It's fine. We'll
I'm
get
still
through
getting
it.
used to all this. Okay. Here we go. Let's do it right.
There we go. That'll do. Bonedrinker was vulnerable. Parry of
Hit
6,
with
so
the
you
raise?
hit him with a raise, yep.
Okay.
+4 to
and now-
damage, remember, on top of this, and it'll automatically roll your extra die, so just give the +4 modifier and roll damage on him.
+4 modifier. I stab him through his head.
Holy fuck.
Yes, you do.
29.
Yes, you do.
5 wounds.
So, he's brawny, you know, so I mean that's
Sure.
that's 1 point of damage off. Right? Yeah, no, you sink the machete into his skull and cleanly enters in between the point where the bone meets the steel plate. As described, you give it a twist, which is a sound akin to a watermelon being split open on the pavement. His eyes cross, a couple of the tubes squirt an unknowable fluid out, and he gurgles and falls to the ground in a very dead heap.
Prepare for trouble and make it double.
Yeah, that's going to evoke a spirit roll from all the raiders around, because Bonedrinker was this is Bonedrinker's fiefdom. Whose fucking fiefdom is it now, right? I mean,
Samson's.
it was
Yeah.
Bonedrinker's. This is a 10-foot tall robot handing out candy, but we're going to determine whose fiefdom it is after our mid-show break, ladies and gentlemen, because we are halfway through the program right now, and that was, I mean, I get the feeling that he's going to get the intimidation roll. They're all going to get a -2 on top of that, right? I think this has probably resolved it. So who knows? Who knows? It's Savage Worlds, right? They could suddenly find the wherewithal to pick up the Force Amplification mace and be like, I'm Bonedrinker now! Very unlikely, but we will determine what happens there when we come back. If you haven't followed and subscribed so far, folks, I don't know why not. It gets wackier and wackier every episode, and will only get better with your support. Thank you for watching. We got 3 shows a week. Learn about them in this amazing art crawl that was designed by some fantastic graphic designer for your eyeballs specifically during this 10 minutes. We'll be back.
Oh,
Oh
well,
shit, she's killing them all, guys, and we're back. She's discussing.
Am I-
She's got plans within plans, and all them plans are murder. All right, so first things first. A little bit of housekeeping before we get back into the 10-minute recap, right? You're watching League of Gentlemen Explorers. Oh yeah, Savage Worlds all the time, 3 times a week, a bunch of art live streams in addition to that. You can come hang out with me while we listen to stupid music and just watch me draw endlessly for hours on end, because all 3 of our Savage World shows are in the process of getting our year 2 glow up. That's right, this is the 2nd year now of the League of Gentlemen Explorers. I have been doing this for over 365 days, believe it or not, at this point, right? And so I decided that I was going to lean into the production values, and a part of that was going to be streaming more often and sharing some of that background with you. So in addition to character art, there'll be map art design. We'll talk about stream layouts. We'll start diversifying a little, and we'll dive into the background of all the hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of work that go into making this even remotely watchable. I don't know if you have ever caught role-playing live streams on Twitch, but it is like panning for nuggets of gold in a shallow stream of human excrement, and I endeavor to be one of the shinier nuggets. So thank you for giving us your eyeballs, your follows, your subscriptions, all of it. Following us on Twitter. You can join our Discord community where we nerd out. We talk about video games. It's a moderated and vetted community, so I'm the biggest asshole there, right? So if you can put up with me, you'll probably be in good company. We play games together. We shoot the shit about Star Wars. We do all kinds of stuff. Come and hang out there as well. I do need a Discord command in the chat. You can actually click on the button in the screen below this screen right now. I suck at the automation side of this still, you know. One of these days I'll be able to afford a producer or like, you know, something like that. Or I'll like watch some YouTube videos about how to become a real streamer. And all those commands will work. But until then, you have to actually go and physically click a link because, yeah, I'm not great. But at any rate, that's the housekeeping notes. Follow, subscribe. We got 50 Fathoms coming back. We got Deadlands, the classic Weird West. All new art, all new production values. It's going to be phenomenal. But what just happened was that Bonedrinker got his skull split open by the machete of Samson in a horrific cold shot. I mean, he literally said, I am going to sink my knife into Bonedrinker's cranium and then twist it. And I said, well, we'll see what the dice say. And the dice said, he sinks his knife into Bonedrinker's cranium and twists it. Right? Yes, a damage roll with 6 raises. Yes, 29 damage on a d12. Just gross. Just gross. That's
It was
true.
a clean death.
I do hire a guy that looks just like me on Fiverr. You caught me. It's the worst. It's not the record. The record for damage right now is in the 40s. I want to say it is 49. 47, something like that. It was ridiculous. Regardless, Bonedrinker has drunk his last bone. Because he is now, mostly puddling out on the floor. And with that established, we don't play Conviction because this is the Swex rules. And we're not using Conviction. But what I do need is an intimidation roll from Samson.
Yes. Do you want to hear what I say to them?
Oh, yes, of course I do.
Citizens of Samson's Fiefdom, lay down your arms, and you will be under my protection from here unto the time that you displease me further.
And this is going to be an opposed spirit roll at a -2 versus that. So let's see here. Yeah, no, everybody very gingerly lays down their arms, right? And, you're the Bonedrinker now.
Relax yourself.
New Bonedrinker. Bonedrinker forever.
We have pets now?
What is that?
Oh my.
Silence yourselves until I speak to you.
Oh, whatever you want, Bonedrinker, sir.
Line up against the wall, please.
Which wall, Bonedrinker? Here, which wall? We need.
I point over at the wall to my right, like behind the M, and I get everyone lined up, all my people lined up in a line in front of them.
Mr. Sampson, sir, Candyman,
Yes.
can I kill that one who hurt my cat, please?
Are you a threat to me?
I am not Mr. Candyman, sir.
You may have that one's life. It can be your slave, or you can execute it. I leave it to you. The rest are mine.
Oh, thank you.
Now, the cat just looked tasty. It's not, it wasn't no offense intended to you. It's still alive. You see, a good kitty. I want its liver.
I pick up the cat.
Schrodinger scratches the shit out. I mean, just.
Dang. I'm gonna.
You ever seen a cat just go full like?
No,
Oh
dang.
hell no! Bat! That 6 swat with the 1 paw thing they do.
You have to let him come to you. Dingy, be nice. We'll get his liver. Promise. What do you want? I'll make you anything.
I mean, the pate of that one's liver would be, I guess, acceptable. What's this one though? What's this one here with the face shit? What's he doing? Why did he try and pick me up? He didn't ask. And by the way, you guys hear.
Shh, everyone's watching. I think they're our friends.
Maybe you're friends.
That guy can give candy out of his body. I haven't had candy yet.
Did you see that candy? I saw the bit that was lodged in that guy's skull. I would much prefer this fellow's. Why do I not have this fellow's liver yet? And why is this one still looking at me?
Okay, I summon into the spirit of my anatomy medical book for kids coloring book.
It should be said again.
And
this is a touch spell.
Yeah.
Now, Sabrina, are you going to convince Dingy to attempt to let this? I mean, Schrodinger wants nothing to do with this fellow. Obviously, wounded, just wants this other dude's liver.
I'm gonna pull him back really quick and be like, "Hey, what are you doing? Why do you want to touch my cat?"
I'm trying to heal your cat of its wounds.
He wants to heal you.
I can heal its wounds.
He wants to heal you.
Do you believe him? I don't believe him.
Well, I mean, I want to get that guy's liver for you. And
why don't we do that?
We'll let him.
Why do I have to be touched by this other guy?
Let him touch you so I can do my work.
Sounds like an idiot.
Probably is.
You think an idiot can heal me?
Maybe. I mean, look what we can do.
Fine.
She's having a conversation with the
so
cat.
Many
people
are
yeah.
watching. Dingy, you got like.
Is this out loud?
Yeah, no, it's literally, she's communicating and it's going.
Dingy, 20 people are watching us.
Yeah.
We need.
Samson says, "Is your cat having a seizure?"
Nope, everything is fine.
Please silence it. It disturbs me.
Fine, the cat's going to. All right, and hold its paw up all.
Just touch the paw. Just.
Claws come out like one paw, one claw comes out like.
I got your name, buddy.
Touch the paw.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, no, that's a single wound healed. Oh, that actually didn't suck. Says Dingy, and you hear a.
Wonderful. Now let's get to work. I got some stuff to collect. What do you think Bonedrinker's recipe was for his milk? I hope it's tasty. Let's find out. I'm gonna go collect this guy's liver and then.
No, the other one. I pointed to.
It was Raider Brawler number 3. She's got it right. Yeah.
Oh, you got it right. Okay.
I know, dude.
Yeah, she was tracking him. Boy, now there's a coup de grace rule, right? Where you can just execute this guy without a dice roll. That does kind of establish some things characteristically about Bonedrinker's new fiefdom, right? which is, could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, right? This guy isn't in a position to really resist. You can just disembowel him and start plucking his liver out while he screams. You can do whatever you want. But again, like, you're coloring the general, scene however
What if we
crimson you like.
took a few pieces of him that he doesn't need? We'll still keep him alive. It's okay.
Oh, I mean, that's another option there, too.
He doesn't need one liver and, like,
Samson's
say
also
his leg.
observing you. Samson's observing you, how you're dealing with this.
I read
To judge a character.
As an intelligent person and medical professional, there's only one liver.
Oh, I thought they had two.
But you can take part of it and it'll grow back.
You might be thinking kidneys. There's two of those.
I read a story about a Soviet POW camp where the people were put on an island in the middle of a river and forced to eat each other. It was quite horrific. But what they resorted to doing was to stripping the meat of the calves off of people because you could bind them, they would stay alive, they had enough ligaments and tendons there to still function rudimentarily as legs. But the consumption of calf meat was something that was done with inhuman frequency due to its ability to both keep people alive and, while horrifically maiming them, making them still functional-ish.
Samson's going to try to assert himself and get your attention. It's a very gross sound because he's trying to do the to get your attention, but it's just a forceful, like,
Yeah, it's just
sound.
the flaps, the vocal cords just flapping against the meat of the neck there, because he has the speaker projection system.
I must disagree with your course of action. We must come to a civilized solution. What hand did he lay on your feline?
Dingy? Schrodinger?
Right. It was the right hand.
The right.
I look at the two men to each side. Take his hand. Present it to her and her feline.
No problem, Bonedrinker. And they immediately, butcher the dude. Yeah. Pull out a hidden knife that one of them had on him. The other one holds him down. They struggle a bit. He gets kicked a couple of times in the head. Before too long, his hand is presented to you. Yes.
Wonderful. I'm gonna pick up the hand and stroke Dingy with it. As I kind of chortle and
I was promised his liver.
come this way, and we're gonna go over to the Bonedrinker and collect some livers.
Oh, now, so the liver is used in the processing of, narcotics, right? Toxins generally, but narcotics specifically in this case. And we know a couple of things about Bonedrinker as a person. One, that he's dead. Two, that he wasn't very intelligent when he was alive. And three, that he was jacked up on all kinds of wacky shit, literally through an implant system. So his liver, it'll do. It'll be a vigor roll if you're gonna consume some, though.
Well, it's not me. It's for Dingy. So
It'll be a vigor roll if Dingy's gonna consume some.
Dingy, do you want to get some jacked up on some shit that'll probably kill
That'll
ya?
possibly. That's
or
the
do you
shrug, right? Uh-oh.
I mean, you might get really high. I don't know.
All I know is that I've promised a liver.
Okay.
Everybody, give me a notice roll.
Okay.
I tried healing the hand of the other one, but failed.
Don't be nice.
Casting.
Yeah, you, Samson, you hear a noise from upstairs. Something gets knocked over.
Samson is going to turn with purpose. What is upstairs? I hear and detect movement.
Let's see here. There's Craig. There's Buster. There's it's
First
probably
with the correct answer will not die.
It's probably Sparks, sir. It's probably Sparks.
Bring Sparks to me, all of you.
Sparks, get your ass down here! And there's more, banging and clattering about. And a wiry fellow in Coke bottle glasses with wild hair kind of peers around the corner and then hopes he wasn't seen.
I pick up the two weapons, the large, like, hammers, and spin them and put them like a cross across my back, between my backpack.
Yeah, let me get you those.
Sparks, come down and comply. You will not be harmed and under my protection fully.
1 second here. Boom, you now have... Alright, come on, you gonna add? Why can I not drag you? What is going on there? What the hell? Let me add it. There it goes. Poof. Excellent. Sparks, definitely comes down the stairs. The source of the clattering noise is pretty apparent. He has one arm, and one of his legs is a rudimentary cybernetic junk. It is not what I would call a high-quality craftsmanship. To everybody, in fact, but Blackfinger, it looks like it wouldn't even really function at all. Blackfinger, there's a divine asymmetry to it that's inspired.
Yeah, Blackfinger like scurries up Samson's body and is kind of like looking at it on his shoulder.
Oh, is that a Samson model? It is, yes. Yes, so rare, so rare. Intact it is, yes. Sparks comes down the stairs, no longer afraid, and comes right up and starts staring at Samson up and down. Oh, yes, look at that, a Mark III. Yes, one of the first. One of the first, certainly. Certainly is, yes.
Sir,
Oh,
what
yes.
do you know of the Prometheus project?
Oh, war machines, machines of death, yes, yes. Killers. Killers all.
I protect.
Oh, I'm sure some of you were given the nice ones, yes.
You are under my protection.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's probably for the best. Wouldn't want to have to use the junk gun. No, I wouldn't. No, sir. Not ready. It's not ready. Oh, you killed Bonedrinker. Oh, yes. Yes, he had a fool there, and yeah, he was a madman.
Can you say?
Oh, yeah, on the roof. Yes. Yes, you gotta keep the gators at bay. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Their cannon's big. Oh, not as big as Sparks is. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Lead me.
Samson, can we go to the roof?
Yes, companions, follow. I look at the others, initiate protocol. Meat is back on the menu, boys. And I throw Bonedrinker to the other gangers.
They kind of shrug and they go about hacking him up. It's gonna... but, excellent. So, Sparks hobbles up the stairs.
I follow with my companions. But I make sure they go in front of me, and I'll follow them up.
Excellent. Boom. Boom. This looks like some kind of living quarters, right? He says the passage to the roof is through here, but first we gotta get the key. Yeah, we do. Bonedrinker kept the key. It's this way. Hobbles through a door. Oh, I need to share the map, don't I? Ha! I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna describe this shit to you guys as players. Good luck figuring it out. He hobbled through the door down here, which I will just actually open. Poof, there you go. Yay!
I look at Blackfinger and I pick him up and drop him down on the ground. Carefully as I can. Find supplies. Find Geiger counter.
You on it?
Blackfinger,
I'll help him.
everybody, alright, give me your scrounging rolls. Notice. There are dozens and dozens and dozens of blenders. Dozens and dozens and dozens of blenders of all makes and models, like from Jamba Juice, industrial Starbucks blenders, little house blenders, little food processors, all of which have been rigged into an array and fed by a generator. He had a fool's dream, he did, yes. Strong enough blender to blend any bone. There's no such blender. It won't blend. No, the skull. It's quite robust, I'm telling you. Look at all the blades. The blades were nicked. They were so precious. They could have cut
Calm
so much meat.
yourself.
Well, I am calm, sir. I'm just saying. Look at it. Look at the waste of all this effort.
Oh, that's-
I lean down and pet him calmly to try to calm him.
Oh, well, that's a little rough, sir, but thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the gesture. Yes.
Candy.
I was
pick
close.
up a choice piece and hand it to him.
Oh, well,
Eat.
yeah, that's, I'll save that for later. Thank you. But this way, it's behind the bar. And he goes and he starts throwing shit, right? Blender lids and bottoms and extension cords and random bric-a-brac, right? And, he, finally comes up with a key. And he goes, after the hatch. We gotta enter the hatch, and don't mind the blenders. They're all useless now, unless you want to. But do you want to drink bones?
I do not.
yes.
Well, I can share notes. I can share my notes.
Can I get that recipe, please? And I pull out my book.
Well,
and-
it's just bones and water. You take the bones and you take some rainwater and you blend them into a slurry and then you drink them.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's a bone shake. He called it.
A bone shake.
And
Illogical.
he wanted one that would do teeth. Can you believe it? Teeth. A tooth shake. Yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna.
I have this, and I pull up a severed hand.
Oh, well, that would blend.
Let's try it.
Yeah, no. He walks over to the blender array, right? Kind of scratches his chin. This one will do. Yes. The Hellstrom Mach 4. Yes, give me the hand. Yes. He sticks it in there, slams the thing down, hits the button. Not long now. No. Yes, not long now. Handshake. Handshake. And sure enough, it turns into a slurry, and he hands you the jug. Yes, there it is.
I definitely take that and drink it down.
I find the handshake humorous.
Ha.
Ha ha ha.
Wordplay detected. Commencing humor sequence. Yeah. But sure enough. All right, back to the scrounging notice rolls. Wow, fantastic. On Was that everybody scrounging there? I did not see Sabrina's
Nope,
scrounge.
I didn't get one. Let me
Give
get
me a
one.
notice roll in there.
Notice.
Jesus. Mary, Mother of God. Yeah, so. Here we go. La da 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 da. Scrounging table.
Bone shake is wonderful.
Scrounging table.
Double the normal
Table.
results.
Bam. All right. So first off, we have found 1938 rounds, which is I know that doesn't sound impressive, but that is a lot of ammo. Now it should be said for our viewers, right, that a lot of people use black powder weapons like muskets, things like that you can actually load with a wad and round and powder because it's much easier to manufacture black powder than it is shell casings, the brass casings. So the brass casings themselves are worth half the value of ammunition. So people generally save their casings so they can be reloaded. Because there's only a couple of places manufacturing them now left in the entire world. And only one of them is friendly, and it's in Utah. So hang on to them shell casings, and 1938 rounds is quite lovely. Moving on. A pistol suppressor.
We're getting ready for a Silence 38 special.
That's right, the Iron Oasis in Utah specifically. I know, he needs a 3-prong outlet, just so you can, yeah. Definitely. Oh my god, 1845 rounds, guys. Not bad. Not bad. It's too bad we don't have any of these weapons.
Yeah.
A water purification kit. That'll be handy.
Good for bone shake.
Hey, I've got one of those.
Excellent. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then double rolls. Boom. 21 arrows and a water test kit. The use of this kit in a successful smarts roll determines if a body of water is safe to drink. Uses small batteries. Single battery provides 20
That's
tests.
right.
And then the water
What-
purification kit is 10 charges. So,
Blackfinger just like starts taping everything to Samson's body.
in addition to that,
I have a backpack.
you have the component rolls and the ingredient rolls when you're scavenging. So take those rolls into effect.
Yeah, it's 1d6 on a success, 2d6 with a raise.
Well, it's a pistol suppressor specifically. We'll see. We got a junker with us, so he can use magic to talk to the trash spirits and make like that video game paint can suppressor work. So
So I got 3 components.
yes, sir.
Cool.
I wrote in my notes all the stuff you got from the scrounging. I can carry it.
Really, the only things that have weight values are the water purification and the water test kit. We're not counting the ammo weight. I'm not that GM.
You, I point at the scraggly individual who's starting to annoy me.
Mm-hmm.
Hand me the key.
Oh yeah.
I require a Geiger counter. That was my primary objective.
Not gonna find one here. Not likely. No, maybe. Not likely.
Tell me where I can acquire one.
Maybe in the stacks?
You, I point at the one that I still don't have the name of, so I just point at the one with the Fisk.
Mm-hmm.
Take a map. Find these stacks. You will lead us. Commit it to memory.
Well, Seatown Stacks, they're like a
Okay.
local settlement. They're pretty, it's not that hard to find. It's the closest population center. It's
Okay.
pretty much a few high-rise buildings that still stand above the brackish waters, that have been tied together with rope bridges. Used to be called Culver City
Is
back
that
in the day.
Oh goodness. All right. Do I have to climb, or can I just kind of get up and reach up and push
Oh
open
yeah,
the
no,
door
it's
to the room?
it's just a hatch that opens up onto the roof, right? Yeah.
Do I need to use the key? Can I just take my force and just push it open?
Rain.
I mean,
Or-
you could definitely give me a strength roll to see if you can just break it permanently. Boop, pop the hatch open if that's what you're asking. The key,
Yeah.
you can unlock it too. I mean, it's up to you. It's not like
I'm gonna test the strength of the door before I bother even. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna
yeah,
unlock
that's pretty.
it.
It's
I'm
pretty.
like, hey, that's worthy of keeping alive.
All right, yeah, they
Chunk.
yeah, pop open the hatch there. Yeah, the black rain seems to have conveniently subsided mostly.
How convenient.
Mm-hmm. What do you
I'll
know?
pick people up. I just start picking people up and putting them up through the
Yeah,
hatch.
putting them up on the rooch.
Yeah,
yeah.
just manhandling everyone.
Yeah, no.
I
So
like
there.
scurry to the front.
There is a, it's a typical industrial roof flat, right? There is a giant makeshift, it looks like it might have been an artillery piece at some point in its history, like maybe like a Civil War cannon, right? It's hard to tell because there has been a bunch of shit added to it. It's got coils going off of it. There are bulbs that are lighting up intermittently. black, thick cables snaking here and there and about, and Sparks works his way up, and he goes, the piece de resistance, yes.
Can I do a weird science check on it?
Yeah, It is beyond your capabilities. It certainly sings with the machine spirit, but yeah, Sparks is on a whole nother level here. It's a gun, and it's a big one. It'll take out the Delta Queen. Yes, it will. No more gators. No more gators.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a Benny on that.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. No. It is a large gun that uses a ghost rock reactor to superheat a ghost rock into a plasma form. Wrap it around a standard, 20-pound cannonball, and then fire it 1.5 miles away.
Samson, I want it.
I look at it and I gauge its weight. Can I carry it?
Nope, not even. No, I mean this would be like, this thing would strap across your whole back. It's a gun,
We require sufficient vehicle.
Oh, it would take quite a ride to mount this puppy. Yes, slap. No, she's designed to pivot. Yes, to pivot, she will. And he pulls a lever, and the whole thing kind of creakily rotates. Yes, the Delta Queen won't know what got her. No gators. They won't be eating Sparks. Or are you, Bonedrinker? Are you Bonedrinker?
I have decided to take the moniker of Bonedrinker.
Yeah.
To spread the fear of my name.
Yeah. Well, we're Bonedrinkers, boys. You're a Bonedrinker, right? Yeah, it only makes sense. It's only good.
But you calm yourself. I'm a benevolent
I am calm.
Bonedrinker.
Why does he keep saying I'm not calm? I don't know why he keeps saying I'm not calm. What is he talking about? He pulls out a screwdriver. What's it?
Take less stimulants.
What's going on here? I don't know what you're saying. Why do you... Yes, no, you're so precious. Where are you? Oh, you're precious.
Snap out of it.
I just kind of like scurry over to him and like put my one good eye up to him.
Yes? You can't have Sheila. She loves only me.
Tell me of these gators and its purpose.
Well, you don't know of the gators. They have not been bit yet. No, you haven't. They'll bite you, though. They have teeth, they do. Big Al. Yeah, Big Al runs the gators. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Thick scales. Long fangs, evil face. Yeah. They've
compile your statement.
I'm telling. Wait. Again, with Sheila, he's so mean. Yes, Bonedrinker wasn't mean like this. No, he wasn't. He was mean in a different way, though. Oh, but you are Bonedrinker. Yes, never mind. Yes, Big Al Gator's the Gator, the Delta Queen. Yes, he runs the Gators. The Maze Dragons. He consolidated.
Queen, a boat.
It is. Yes. An old riverboat. Run the maze like a casino. It did not anymore. No ship of war.
Designation of gators, animals or man?
Oh, that depends very much so on who you ask.
Mutants, then.
Some of them, yes. Yes, not any more than your friend there, though.
I look at everyone else. Should we save trouble and eliminate boat with cannon? Or investigate further.
Oh, now, excuse me, Bonedrinker. I would need the honor, of course, of firing her the first time. She's been a labor of love. So many trips into the wastes, so many deadlands, so many ghost storms, yes, and now she's nearly done. Just one more component, really, sir. Yes.
Do you have a flare gun or similar?
She'll be a flare that'll light up the sky! Oh, what? Oh, yeah, the capacitor. You need a capacitor. There's too much energy. She'd blow. Boo! The whole thing would go.
If I get it, I'm firing it.
Well, now, let's think here now. Now, just for a second. Now, you could, of course, you could have sloppy seconds, but I think I would still need the honor. I'd have to take her chastity.
Swift judgment. Swift judgment. You both will fire it at the same time. Teamwork.
Where? I.
Blackfinger just kind of looks back at you like, are you for real?
Oh, yeah, it's me too, frankly. I mean, with all due reverence, sir. I mean, she is my life's love. It's a labor. Yes, labored quite, so much labor. It's what cost us arm.
Blackfinger, without teamwork, you would not be alive still.
What's that?
I'll let you
Teamwork.
fire it if I can have Sheila.
She ratchets and she screws. She's multifunction. She's got heads in her tail. Her ass unfurls, you see, and she's both Phillips and Flathead. No, sir, Sheila's mine.
Well, then it sounds like I'm firing the gun.
He starts going down. He's done with this. He looks kind of like he's done with this nonsense. So he just climbs down and goes and checks on his fiefdom. He's done with all these people.
You could probably find a capacitor down at the auto shop.
In a distance, I say, and a Geiger counter.
I mean, maybe. I mean, sometimes they did because they had to work on the reactors. I mean, but most of those have been looted. People don't know the value of a capacitor. Oh, but a Geiger counter, yes, oh, it's so precious, so precious. The rads will get you, but not a capacitor. Nobody needs to control the energy. Not like old Sparks. You bring the capacitor, we'll fire this big fucking gun right into the sky. You guys just gonna leave him up there, kind of salivating over his cannon?
Oh, they can stay up there. I'm just Samson's kind of done.
Blackfinger's still arguing with them about who gets to fire it.
Yeah, paper, scissors, rock.
Slurping on my handshake.
Fine.
Do this on camera, like
You ready?
Open.
You ready? Here we go.
On camera.
And 1, 2, 3. You ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Ghost Rock, though. You see, it beats all of it. I win. I used Ghost Rock. I didn't think I'd use the Ghost Rock, but Mars was too smart for you. Burned right through the paper. It did. Yes, it did.
I pull my knife out and put it up to his throat.
Okay, wait, now hold on here. You can fire it. No, nobody said that. Nobody. Hey. Now, first of all, that's a long way to reach up. But secondly, it's a very impressive knife there. That's it looks quite rusty though, and I haven't been vaccinated. No, old Sparks is gonna get the tetanus. Oh no, not again. Locks the jaw up. So, Sparks wants you to get a capacitor so you can fire his big fucking gun at something called the Delta Queen that contains a man named Gator, insofar as we have inferred. Maybe one of the other guys would be a little more, less tweaked out on being a junker, but, they're also... You left them down there alone, and nobody asked about, where Bonedrinker's stash was, and they are a bunch of scavs. So we'll see what the downstairs looks like. Probably a little more juiced, you know?
Yeah, that's where I was going to check on my fiefdom.
It's a new fiefdom. It is clear, as I stated, that the upstairs has been tossed. And that some drawers were rifled through, right? And there's one scab. He's lying there against the door, just kind of drifting off. You can hear a couple of them fighting downstairs. You're definitely going to have to maintain some kind of order. Bonedrinker was the glue that held these guys together. And now it's just a bunch of, space meth and fucking angst.
Yeah. So I grab the guy that's spaced out, laying on the ground. By the collar, and I pick him up and carry him down the stairs.
I'm moving so fast. No.
As soon as I get down the stairs, I say, "Assemble before Bonedrinker."
He's too quick for us. He says everybody else is moving like normal speed, they line up against the wall again. Sure enough, it's some of them much more bug-eyed this time.
I take this guy and I break his neck.
Oh shit! It happened so. Oh, thud. Pees
I
himself.
drop him on the
you know?
ground and I say, "Did I give you authorization to inebriate?"
Well, now, Bonedrinker, sir, you didn't technically forbid it either. You just you said to carry on, and we carried on.
Anticipation of needs. Protocol active now.
That's a lot of big words. I think he says we're supposed to know what he wants. Shut up, Craig.
Bring tribute. All of your best. I sit and process for a moment to look for the word loot.
You have our weapons. That's pretty much,
Bring it now.
All right, start bringing in blenders, boys. Bonedrinker had been on a blender quest for a few weeks, maybe a couple of months. He had been trying to literally locate a blender or enough blenders that he could put together to make him a blender that would blend teeth so that he could drink all the bones in a human body. So the vast majority of their loot, aside from their weapons, which are scatter guns, scrap metal axe is what he had on him, is blender oriented.
So what I want is the best scattergun, shotgun that they have, and the shells for it, and their entire collection of blenders put into a large bag.
I mean, we're
And
talking
just-
like 80 blenders. There are blenders everywhere.
I can carry blenders, right?
You want, all right, so a blender's like 2 pounds. You want to carry 160 pounds worth of blenders?
Oh, I got.
I know you
nothing
can
for
carry
that.
800 pounds, but I'm just asking
Yeah.
whether or not
I
you.
don't-
So you want them to get like a tarp, because we're talking it would be like a tarp to gather up 80 blenders in a tarp for you, put them in a bindle, and then you are going to carry 80. Now just think of the mass of your typical blender times 80.
In a big old Santa bag, basically over my shoulder.
Yeah, no problem.
I am eliminating the one signature of Bonedrinker from this place. And I calculate that if he has been gathering this many blenders, that this is the entire blender population for this region.
Yeah.
And I'm going to attempt to find a buyer.
So you're gonna corner the market on blenders in the
Correct.
Seatown stacks? Yeah, I mean, some of them certainly might be useful. I'm not sure. So
We may need to barter.
I just need, like, in our mind's eye, you're gonna wander into town, a 10-foot-tall warbot from antiquity, an undead decapitated head, and a killer mech suit, carrying 80 blenders, and be like, blenders for trade. That's what's gonna happen.
Samson is simply trying to emulate Blackfinger, the way he acts sometimes.
Word.
Yeah,
That is something Blackfinger would do.
Yeah, in his protocols, he came up with this as a regulation pattern of Blackfinger's operandus. So yeah.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
getting
It takes them an hour. So 5 PowerPoints back to our mages. They managed to gather up all the blenders and get a secure enough tarp that they can bindle it up. I mean, it's like a 12-foot round sack of fucking blenders, but I mean, you have a big-ass blue tarp Santa sack full of 80 blenders, 2 pounds each, 160 pounds of blender.
And their best scattergun, I guess, is the best they have.
Yeah,
and
now
their
so
shells.
now 2 shells between the entirety of them, because each one was issued one, plus the one you got in the Bane stick for 3 total.
Okay.
And shotgun shells, once you blow them, that you don't reload those, so they're one
Correct.
and dones. But and then the scattergun is just a rudimentary. I can definitely do that.
Yeah, scattergun. I'm actually going to hand off to one of the others immediately to hold on to. I'm pocketing the shells for my my mallet.
Who's getting the Scattergun then.
Actually, you know what? I'll load one shell into the scattergun, and
It's like a zip gun, you know. I mean, when I say scattergun, this isn't a
Yeah.
manufactured shotgun.
I'm
It's
going to hand it to Fisk, the healer.
No, sir. No, thank you.
You will hold on to this for me.
I don't know how to use that.
He is literally just as
No.
likely to shoot himself. Actually, more likely to shoot one of you than he is the bad guy with his dice.
This is for my tactical advantage. All need to be armed. Perception is key. Put this on you with purpose.
He just wants you to look more
It's probably
threatening.
too heavy.
Yeah, he has gotten a little threatening, hasn't he?
I would rather be a little hidden, out of sight, out of mind. That's always
Yes,
worked
but
well for
you
me so
make
far.
the group appear weaker than it actually is.
Woman, what is your name?
Me? I'm gonna look around.
You are the only female in this room.
That's kind of a dick, isn't he?
Kinda, yeah. Sabrina. Sabrina Devlin.
Designation, Sabrina. Hold this. Equip yourself.
Sure. Take it. Kinda look at it.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, I'm more handier with the cleaver, but you know.
Worst case scenario, we can pop his head with it.
Yeah, if it's not looking.
I wonder how those brains taste. They've been in there for a minute. That's refined.
Oh gosh, that's like
That's
what
vintage.
is it called? Like balut or something?
Yeah.
Where I'm like, yeah.
It is spam.
He didn't know what we were talking about.
I know.
No, I mean, it's just a cat going, wow, and you going, yeah, that
That'd
does
be
sound
funny
good.
if like something in my brain actually, you know.
Yeah, you chip, familiar translator, stop discussing consuming my brain, cat. No, yeah.
Yeah.
But we have, we have a big gun on the ceiling. We have the Seatown stacks about a day's travel from here. We have Lynchburg 25 miles north. We have a truck depot that old boy claims he can get a capacitor from that you could then, fire at, the gators. Which he hasn't really, again, a mutant, some kind of riverboat, something about maze dragons.
Yeah.
So you said the rain stopped, right?
Sparks. It's
Okay. Blackfigure is gonna
I was gonna-
scuttle his way out front and get his hover bike
Yeah, mm-hmm.
and like bring it up to the front door because it's like parked down the road still.
Yeah. Tribby said he has like a Fantastic Four style hover bike. Suits 4 with him. It's lovely. It's
And when I get there, I dump all of my components into one of the sidecars.
mm-hmm. Excellent. What were you going to say to Sparks there, Fisk?
I'm looking for any kind of reading material, books, anything you might have.
We've got some
Stash
naughty
toys.
magazines. He pulls out a very tattered copy of Popular Mechanic. Some dirty girls in here. Yes. V6, V8. There's a V12 spread. Oh, 12 cylinders firing at once. Oh!
I want to scan it. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing in there of magical repute. It is diagrams of some models of some engines that were never produced. It was one of those engines of the future.
Oh no, it's knowledge. It's pure and simple.
No, there are definitely a few pages that are legible.
Just pictures.
You know?
I am.
Mm-hmm.
I bring out my palm quarter and I start recording the pages.
There's
the only thing I'm doing.
There's some words in the bathroom too. Yes. Check the stalls.
Oh, mind your step.
Okay.
I'm doing one quick thing while they're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all these gangers, observing them, running through my algorithms, can I do a notice roll to see if one of them seems like one or two of them seem like they've got their shit together a little more than the rest?
This is not the we have our shit together group of dudes, right? Like, I don't know if you've ever been to like a junkie squat house, right? But, like, none of these guys are gonna rise to the occasion. This is not, like, no. Factually, and your tactical analysis is they are equally useless. And the second you leave, they're going to fight each other for the drugs they've probably hidden in their prison wallets.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, this is
Okay,
not. You don't have some foot soldiers here. No.
I'm making an announcement.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Troops assemble. Protect Sparks at all costs. Do not let him leave this building. Do not injure him. If anything befalls him, you all die. But there will be a reward. I will bring back.
What if he talks, Metal Bonedrinker? Yeah, we don't really like it when he talks. I don't understand what the fuck he's saying.
Make sure he stays on the upper level. You will protect the lower level. If you do this and he survives, when we return, I will give the champion among you, the one that did the most good, the most valuable of rewards. Great chems that I find out in my travels.
Oh, you got some chems?
I will have
Bonedrinker, 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 Bonedrinker.
Patriotic stance.
Do your like tinny little speaker?
A little flag rises up.
Yeah, perfect. With that established,
time Blackfinger comes driving in on the motorcycle, just parks it right in the middle of the lobby.
I can actually see that.
Yeah. Yeah, Blackfinger pops in there. Blackfinger, you'd have to drive through those front doors if you were to drive your motorcycle into there. I mean, they're...
Yeah, exactly. I just drove it straight through the front door.
Give me a driving roll. Should technically be at a -2 because it's a maneuver, but I'm going to let you do it flat. Ooh, you're going to smash right into that metal beam in the middle of those two doors on that dice roll. Didn't think that one through, bud.
Why would you do that?
Well, I didn't know there was like a door there. I figured the explosion blew it out.
I did not. They covered it in sheet metal and little bits of scrap, and they reinforced it. Let's get the vehicle out of control table.
There were a whole bunch
great anyway. I don't care.
I hated that device anyway.
Go ahead and give me a rolly doodle on that.
Oh, I clicked it twice. My bad.
Skid. Yeah, boom. Yeah, whenever you skid into the wall, boom. No damage to you or your vehicle, fortunately. But, yeah.
Oh, that was close.
It was, in fact, close.
You
do manage to collapse the front door in, so this building can no longer be secured with that. But, you know. Oh, shit. You know what I forgot, though? He drives his hover bike, right through the mob of Walking Dead, and then slams into the front door of the building. Now, we forgot that there were 18 or so Walking Dead that were still just milling about out there.
Oh, I didn't forget.
So his bike
moved on by now?
His bike is powered by Ghost Rock. Now, if you are unfamiliar with what Ghost Rock sounds like when it is running, it is literally the condensed souls of the damned screaming as they are burned for fuel, right? So that's what his hover bike sounds like as it comes careening through the parking lot, So even if The Walking Dead had said, you know what, this explosion isn't the most stimulating thing here, let's watch the fire, they definitely said, oh, hello, right? When the hover bike came, and then then there was the crashing bit too. The very dramatic and character appropriate crash. I'm not going to say that wasn't good, but yeah, that's gonna be a factor now. Mm-hmm.
Well,
All right,
Oh,
I guess.
luckily, we've got this army of idiots.
You do have an army of idiots that you have utterly disarmed. They have thrown all their weapons into the pile. You have taken one of their scatter guns. Now, are they idiot enough to go out there barehanded and fight some people that will
No, but I am.
that'll detonate them, indegulate them? Are we going out front for some Walking Dead smashing? This is just going to be ridiculous. It's so like the chance of these guys, even with like their maximum gang up bonus, hurting Samson is so ludicrously small, right? We're gonna knock this down into a dramatic task, right? Like
I am
and
annoyed.
it is going to be a simple single success or race situation. Just give me your fighting roll, not an attack, but actually your skill fighting roll. You are going to wade out there and just
while scolding Blackfinger for his idiotic behavior.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go for it. Here we go.
Yes, not with a race, so it's not without difficulty, right? At one point, a few of them managed to clamber over each other and pile up on you. And it should be said that these Walking Dead, they're not like solid zombies like from Romero films, right? They still rudimentary tool use. Some of them, if they were used firearms frequently in ice, will still aim at you and shoot, right?
Nice.
They are not like crack shot snipers or some shit like that. But so a couple of them did, they tried to get some attacks and it was close. But after a few moments, there is just a puddle of fetid gore, right? Some upper torsos kind of climbing, right? But the threat has been neutralized, yes.
Threat neutralized. Commencement of punishment. Blackfinger, this is your second notice for such behavior. Shame.
Wait, when was the first?
The last time you decided to do this.
That didn't happen today.
Yeah, they're daily infractions. They have to stack on the day. Yeah.
Daily infractions.
This
They
is your
reset each
6th
week.
daily demerit. 3 more demerits, you get 3 spanks. But 3 Samson spanks, you're just a fucking pancake, you know? He just pastes you. But yeah, so guys, we have taken care of The Walking Dead. We have a handful, a rabble of useless guys that are going to bail as soon as you leave, right? And a junker with a big fucking gun that needs one more piece to be able to fire the cannon at a threat that he has yet to fully really elucidate. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have a thought, if you may. Tactical protocols have ruminated. Gather forth. We should gather intel in the stacks on this gator and secondary location of device needed to eliminate gator. I nominate the stacks as our first primary destination.
Well, now you don't have to go all the way to the depot. It's just a mile and a half, 2 miles down the road. It's not even inhabited. I mean, last I went past, nobody was occupying the place. It would be relatively safe.
If the last time you
Affirmative.
went past, then why didn't you get it yourself?
Well, now I said it was unoccupied. I didn't say I wasn't being followed at the time. I am many things, but I am not quick nor stealthy. Not with old Clanker here.
Sparks, we will get this device first. Go upstairs now and secure yourself.
Well, I'm plenty secured.
Now!
Oh, yeah, I'll be clink, clank, 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 clank. Kind of a dick. Clink, clank,
Okay.
clank, clank, clank.
I kind of maneuver you all to leave so we can go outside. I initiated a deception protocol. We will go to the stacks and we will determine if this is legitimate.
I hop on my hover bike, rev it a couple times, and then very slowly and carefully drive it out the front door.
I grab it and kind of maneuver you like it's a toy.
Yeah, since we have specified that we did it very carefully and had assistance, you managed to get it out without a driving roll. That's good.
I'm talking like less than a mile an hour.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
idle speed. Maybe even like touching the brake every now and then.
But with that established, we are headed on our way to the Seatown Stacks, which, if you guys have been following Deadlands, about 200 years ago was known as Culver City, California, and had a different kind of situation play out in it. But that is a situation that we're going to encounter next week, because this is the perfect segue, ladies and gentlemen. I know we're just a touch early here tonight, but no sense in kicking off the next leg in this journey when such a perfect narrative opportunity presents itself to me. So thank you so much for tuning in this evening. We appreciate each and every one of you. It feels, 18 people watching this right now is fucking cool. It's just fantastic. It makes me feel like all my time and effort that I put into this is worthwhile. I'm sure it makes them feel appreciated. It's fantastic. We hope you have enjoyed the show and that you continue to enjoy them. 50 Fathoms, assuming my art comes on, should be on The Search for One-Eyed Jonas this Tuesday. And then I'm also going to try and get Deadlands Wednesday back up this week. But boy, I got a lot of fucking character art to draw before that's going to happen, the Mark II upgrade. That being said, you can tune in for that because we're going to have more of that character art tomorrow as I draw up the Preacher, Mark II. So stay tuned for that. Thank you all again for watching. Make sure to follow, subscribe, hit the Discord, follow us on Twitter. Do all that nonsense. It makes my nipples hard enough to cut glass every time it happens. I see that email and I go, oh, yes, the Empire grows. Yes, yes. But from the League of Gentlemen Explorers to yourself, may your dice always roll hot. Thank you for watching.